So, welcome everybody. And today's practice, we're looking at what we call manipura chakra. So if you think over the last few weeks, we've been working our way through the chakra system. So just a little recap, if this is the first time you've accessed this, the root chakra is our feet and legs. It's how we survive in the world, how we meet our material needs, often tied up with our housing, our relationship to money, and that we feel safe and supported. We then moved into the hip chakra around the sacral area. Once we are surviving, we can then start to think about thriving. How do we create in the world? What are our ideas? How do we bring them out? How do we enjoy ourselves? The next chakra is around the navel center, and this is about bringing those ideas out into the world. So when we're balanced here, we feel powerful, we're confident. If we're not balanced here, we feel disempowered. So that's something to think of today. So let us begin lying down on the earth. And there'll be no particular props today unless you like a couple of bricks. And perhaps there's something as we begin this practice that you might not feel powerful around at the moment. Is there something perhaps that you're indecisive about? Because the affirmation we would use is, I can. So perhaps call to mind something in your life that maybe you're feeling a little bit low on confidence. Now, this is not obviously leaving your partner or anything. I take no responsibility for that. But is there something perhaps that you're holding yourself back on? And then rest your hands in this area. So just above your belly button, below the upper chest. So quite literally your gut. And we all know the phrase power, fire in my belly, or butterflies in my stomach. So as we begin this practice now and start to settle, see what it is that you're feeling today. And there's no judgment, we just check in. We take a full deep breath in through the nose as we feel the belly rise. Exhale, just lightly press down onto the stomach. And so when you inhale, the tummy will press your hands back up again. And so much tension gets stored here. So just begin to settle the gut now as you take 3 to 4 more rounds of full, deep, spacious breath. If your mind is restless, perhaps harness it by simply repeating, I can, wherever it is. So when we work with this area, we tend to go quite fiery. So core work, strength work. But as always, you do what you need to do. So let's even the breath out now, breathing in for a count of 3 or 4. Breathing out for a count of 3 or 4. And if that's easy for you to do so, practice will be through the nose only. And there's a nice quote, our fears don't know how powerful we are. So just notice, are we today being governed by fear or by that sense of confidence and willpower? So let's let all of that go now as we bring the knees in. And we're just going to bring the hands out to the side. So the arms are out to the side, but the palms are flat. So the arms are going to be like little breaks. As you inhale, really fill the belly with breath. As you exhale, bring the knees over towards the right, but don't let them land. Inhale, lift up. If this is too strong on your back, take the toes to the floor. Exhale, knees come to the left. So just starting to twist as we fire up our center, but in a way that uses our abdominal strength. And we'll just do 2 more on each side. Sorry, 1 more on each side, not landing. And now this time we will let the knees rock all the way and land on the ground to the right. And then take your right hand to the left thigh to ease those thighs away from you as you turn to look over your left shoulder. Deep breath into the belly. As you breathe out, pull your belly button towards your spine. Again, remember repeating to yourself, I can. And then very slowly lift up the knees. Drop them over to the left. Let the left hand rest on the thighs now as you gaze towards the right. Take a deep breath into the belly. Exhale, belly to spine. Inhale, expand and open. Exhale, back to your center. And bring the knees up towards you now. And we're going to use our core strength now to lift and come up and down off the ground. So as we come up onto the toes, let them hover if you can. Exhale back to shoulders, inhale to toes. Exhale back to shoulders. And on this third one, maybe we stay up. So lifting the toes off the ground, use your hands behind the back of the knees to really lift your heart up. And this might be where you stay, or you might take the arms in front of you. Huge breath. And this might be where we have to say to ourselves, I can, especially if the mind is talking us out of it. But of course, never ignore the body. And let's crisscross the legs. So we're going to come to a breath practice now. This is really good for a stagnant digestion, and it's a really good way to connect to our center. It's called Kapalabhati. So taking one hand to your tummy, we're going to breathe in through the nose. And as we breathe out, we do short, sharp breaths through the nose. Best description I've heard is as if you've got a fly stuck up your nose. And at the same time, you pump the tummy. It is weird if you've never done it before. And don't do this if you're pregnant or it makes you feel dizzy. So breathe in through the nose. I'll show you. As you breathe out, it's a... And then linger at the end. Your breath might have finished that shorter. You might have done it longer. Notice how you feel afterwards. It can be quite unpleasant, but again, it's a really good way of firing into our center. We'll do that one more time. Breathing in through the nose. And just pause to see how you feel after that breath practice. And of course, the joy of being at home is you can have the power to choose not to do that. Nobody knows. So just see how you feel. And then let's start to twist now. Let's start by circling from the waist. So draw the belly in. So that's a good one to do again if you're feeling a little bit mopey. Kapalabhati. Its translation is skull shining breath. But from now again, just bring your awareness to the center of your tummy and then change the directions of your circles. So moving from our center, our gut, instead of letting the mind dictate. And just let these circles get smaller and smaller till you come to your center. And as you get to your center, just feel that balance of head over shoulders, shoulders over hip, and take a huge breath into the belly. Exhale, draw your belly button towards your spine. And then just lean back to recross the legs. So often when we twist, we use our limbs. We're really going to use our stomach muscles now. Breathing in, let the arms come up towards the sky. As you exhale, interlace the palms behind you. And as you inhale now, grow tall, lean back into your hands. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale to center. Only using the stomach. Exhale, turn to left. Do that 2 more times with your breath on each side. So often we use our arms and then we don't actually engage the stomach at all. This time as we turn to the left, let's take our right hand to the left knee and the left fingertips behind us. And we might find that we can rotate more now. So as you breathe in, grow tall. As you exhale, look over the left shoulder and take the deepest breath. Just soften around the right shoulder. Make sure there's no tension that needn't be there. Inhale, arms lift up. And we'll just use the arms for the other side. So left hand comes across, right fingertips behind, and grow tall. And see if you can let your brain drop into the body. Where are you feeling this? It's really not about what you're thinking. And let's come back to center. And let's come on to all fours now. So what we're going to do soon, I think, is a load of fun, but it can be really challenging in the way that you really will be surprised. So let's first of all take the hands wide and start to drop the tummy down as we lift the heart, giving the belly a little stretch now. Exhale, hollow out the tummy as you pull the tummy in and round. Inhale, long spine, lengthen. Exhale, hollow and round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hollow and round. So taking the hands now underneath your shoulders, as you breathe in, take that right leg behind you. As you breathe out, pull your tummy in, right knee comes towards your nose. Inhale, leg extends. Exhale, right knee to nose. Final time, inhale, leg extends. Exhale, right knee to nose. So take this leg back now. This is such a fun thing. The toes are down. Make sure there's no bricks underneath your nose or anything. Take your left hand underneath your face and then about 1 centimetre to the right. Pull your tummy in now and take the right wrist on top of the left wrist. And if you've never done this before, you fall over. It's really, really hard. So notice the wobbles. The power comes from getting back up again. So this is all about the neural connections. So just take a moment to breathe and know that if you try this later, your brain will know what to do. But it's a really good way to find your center. See if you can stay steady there. And then let's take the right hand down, the left hand down, and just shake out the right leg. And that should not be as hard as it is. It's really quite mad. Let's take the right foot behind you now, behind the left foot. Move the left foot to support you and sweep the right arm up towards the sky. So as we come into this little balance here, we are going to use our stomach now. As we inhale, lift your left hand up and take the right hand to the right leg. Like a pendulum, and then we come all the way back to the ground. Left fingers come down, right arm comes over your ear. So find your own rhythm as you use your stomach muscles to lift yourself up. And I've got that really mean trick coming up on the other side soon. So if you're ready and the hips are ready, you might now also lift up the right leg as the left hand comes down. The left hand comes down, right leg rises. Perhaps you stay with the right foot down, right foot comes down, left arm lifts. We'll do that one more time. So just like a pendulum, try not to go too quick because then it's the momentum that's doing the work, not your tummy. Next time the left hand comes down, maybe we lift the right leg and keep it up this time. So reaching into your right fingers, you might look up to the right thumb and spread those right toes. So a lot more strength when we work with manipura chakra. One more deep breath. And let's come all the way down to the ground. And let's just take a moment from there in child's pose. Sit back onto the heels, take the forehead down and fully deeply breathe into your belly. And just notice right now, are you feeling empowered or disempowered? Because the chances are it's your thoughts that's creating that. So let all thoughts dissolve and you come back to your breath. Again, you might just to anchor your awareness to the present, simply repeat, I am here. Or maybe today it's I can. And so often we fall into a victim mentality. We tell ourselves we can't when actually we're way more powerful and stronger than we give ourselves credit for. Let's come back onto all fours. So you know what's coming. You might find this time you're not so wobbly because the brain already has started to work out what we call proprioceptive awareness. So inhale, left leg comes back. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, left leg comes back. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, left leg comes back. All your tummy in as the knee comes to the nose. And now let's keep that left leg back. So again, the right hand comes underneath your face and then it moves 1 centimetre to the left. Pull the tummy in. Whoops, I'm really wobbly now. And crisscross the wrists underneath your face. And just notice how hard that is. And especially if we're making change and transformation, which this chakra is all about, we do get wobbly to begin with. So take one more deep breath. Tell yourself you can, even as you headbutt the floor. And let's come back. Just shake out the left leg. Right hand comes down. There are no more mean tricks in this practice, I promise. Let's lift that left arm up towards the sky. Take a moment to land to establish your balance. And as you inhale, left hand rises, right arm lifts. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm comes over. Inhale, we lift. So again, just like a pendulum, moving from your center. Come to one or two more each side. And as before, you might also add a lift of the left leg. But always remember, you have the power to choose what you do. And that's what this chakra is all about, the power that we have. Sometimes the power lies in saying no. Final time, right hand comes down, left hand lifts. We might stay here getting a nice stretch of the waist, or we might lift the left leg and keep it there as we strengthen. So you find what you need and breathe. We might need to regulate the breath. When we move more pacily, we lose that connection to breath. So just smooth out the edges of the breath. And let's come down to all fours. So from here now, you choose whether you come back to cat and cow or you come into downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, much more core strength required. Pull the tummy in, press the heels back. Make your arms as long as possible and breathe. And as you pull your belly button towards your spine, now let's come forward to plank. Exhale, back to dog. Do that 3 more times. See if you can move from your center. Imagine as you come back to dog that someone's poking you in the tummy button in a friendly way. And now next time we come to plank, let's just pause here. This is a really powerful pose. And just see if you can come forward over the wrists slightly to strengthen them. And as you exhale, press the heels back. So we're in plank, but we're just shifting forward and back. And we do need to engage our core muscles here. And then very slowly, let's drop the knees and roll on to the earth. Taking the hands either side of the upper chest now, roll those elbows in and breathe your way up. Exhale, come back down again. Do 2 or 3 of these rolling cobras just to start to wake up the lower back. Always be so mindful of the back. Every day is different. This time we might stay up and see if we can let the hands hover about 1 centimetre. Find the breath again. Breathe into the tummy. And hands down. Lift up the knees and let's come back to downward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back. Take a deep, deep breath in. And maybe you're ready already to hop towards the front of the mat. Otherwise, we walk. When you're empty of breath, do a little bunny jump. And as you breathe in, take a flat back. As you breathe out, come down to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. And now another twist. Can you bend the left knee as you lift your right arm? Really turn your belly button to the sky and reach into your fingers. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, right wrist behind left wrist. Inhale, open your wing again. So just a reminder that we're all divine creatures as you do this 2 or 3 times. Next time the right arm is there, just circle it behind you and then in front. But again, really go slow. We're moving from our center. And next time the right arm's there to the sky, take a deep breath. So twists can be strong on our back, but sometimes they're just what we need. Bend the right knee now. Let's just do the other side. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, left wrist behind right wrist. Inhale, left arm rises. Exhale, left wrist down. Final time. And now stay and circle. And just feel all the feels. Every time we feel our body, we're knowing the mind. Extend that left arm off, take a deep, deep breath. And bring the fingertips down. And then really slowly, let's roll ourselves up to stand. Roll the shoulders back. Take both hands to your tummy. And breathe into the hands. And right now, again, just pause that contemplation. Are you empowered right now or disempowered? And how are your thoughts contributing to that? Just take a breath. So power of the strength now of sun salutations. We're going to make these twisty ones to fire up the center. So breathing in, arms rise. Exhale, we come to a fold. Inhale, look forward and step back with the left leg. Breathe in, right arm rises to the sky. Take a breath. Exhale, right hand comes down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Knees up or down, lower to the earth. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, downward facing dog. A deep full breath in downward facing dog. As you exhale, pull belly button to spine. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Breathing in, left arm lifts for a twist. Exhale, left hand down, right foot steps in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Breathe in as you come to stand. And we're going to go straight on to side two. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right leg steps back. Right hand comes down, left arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down, downward facing dog. Remember the power to choose. You might stay here or flow through your vinyasa. Back in downward facing dog, take a full breath in. Let all the other stuff go. Breathing in, right leg rises. Exhale, right foot comes between the hands. Inhale, right arm lifts for a twist. Exhale, right hand comes down. Left foot steps in. Let the head be heavy now and weighty as you just sway. You might hold onto your elbows. Just soften the belly and breathe in. And as we unravel up now, we'll come up like a rag doll. Let the hands hang down. Lift from the belly, really hollow out the belly. And consciously stack each vertebrae on top of each vertebrae. And roll up to stand. Nice. Hands rest on the navel center. Breathe into this center of power. So we're going to add on now. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, take a flat back. This time, let's step back to downward facing dog. And traditionally, the dristi, the place we look in this pose, is actually your navel center. If that's not good for your neck, look between the toes. Take 2 breaths into the center of your tummy. Breathing in, right leg raises. Exhale, right knee to nose, just like we did earlier. Round into your upper back. Inhale, right leg extends back. As slow as you can, step the foot between the hands. This time we come into a high lunge. As we breathe in, we lift up the arms. And then ever so lightly tilt back. Take a deep breath into your tummy. And as you exhale, pull the tummy in, fingers come behind you. Don't let the momentum do this. Let it be the power of the tummy. Inhale, we rise. We go too quick. It's our arms that are doing the work. Exhale, we come forward. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we come forward. And this time, as we rise up, can you again take your hands behind the back of the head, pull your tummy in, and we're going to, as we exhale now, take the left elbow towards the right knee. Inhale, we rise up. And again, chances are you'll be wobbly. Just acknowledge that. Exhale, left elbow towards the right knee. Inhale, we rise up. And if it's too much, just turn to the right instead. Otherwise, this time we take the right elbow down and we might now just release the right hand and come to prayer. So it's a prayer twist. I think I kind of ballsed up a bit there how I explained it. The left elbow to the outside of the right knee. If you feel wobbly, you can always drop the back knee down. Otherwise, really turn to look over that right shoulder. Take 2 breaths. Make that back leg a strong, long leg. We sometimes forget because we don't see it. And now we come back up into our lunge and we drop the heel as we unravel into warrior 2. So these are strong poses, so be gentle with yourself. Remember, you can always rest. Let's take those arms out now. And as we look at the middle finger of the front hand, we're going to come back to 1 round of Kapalabhati breath. Remember, you can always choose not to. Breathe in through the nose. And it's a And pause, maybe even close your aftertaste. So this is not a great practice if you've just had pie and chips, but assuming that you haven't, take 2 more breaths. And just notice right now, are you a warrior? Again, what are those thoughts doing? Inhale, let's reverse our warrior now, extending from right waist to right fingertips. We come back up. And now we're going to straighten the right leg and hop the left heel in. So we're a bit like earlier, we're going to come like a pendulum. As you exhale, right hand comes just below the right knee. As you inhale, you come back up again. Then you reverse your triangle. So do watch your back. You need to really pull the tummy in with your breath. Exhale, right hand comes down. Slow it down as much as you can. Inhale, rise up and lean back. And if your mind is scattered, just take your awareness to your fingertips. I really find it helpful to pick one part to focus on. And I promise you're probably not as scattered as I am. Let's lift up again. And this time we stay in Trikonasana. So this hand might slide down a little bit more towards the ankle. Press against the shin, the calf, and then turn your tummy towards the sky as you reach into the left fingertips. Now take 3 deep breaths. Down at the right foot. Breathe your way back up again to warrior 2. Hands to hips. Turn your right foot forward as we face the long end of the mat. Breathing in, lift high in the heart. Exhale, come to a forward fold. Let the head be heavy and weighty as the hands come to the earth. And then slowly, you might choose to be still or to sway a little bit towards opposite feet. Notice the inner thighs. Where do you need to move? Is it stillness or fluidity right now? And then come back to center. Press your right hand to the ground. And as if you're putting up a root vegetable, lift up that left hand on the earth and then extend the left arm up. Your left wrist behind right wrist. Inhale, arm opens up. Exhale, left wrist. And the left arm is going to feed under to the right outer shin. And we lift the right arm up and take a huge breath there as you lengthen the left waist. And come down to stillness. And let the head be weighty and heavy. And once again, bring all awareness to the center of the stomach. Hands to hips, take a moment there to breathe. And all the way up to stand. And now just take a moment to let the energy settle. Keep your eyes closed. Really be with yourself on what's going on there now. And then just feel the feet rooting you to the earth. So all of that on side 2, we turn the right foot forward, we breathe in as we raise our arms, and we come through the vinyasa of our choosing, which might be to rest, it might be to flow. And then we land back in downward facing dog. And again, your focal point here, your drishti, might be the tummy button or the feet. Find your center, whatever that means to you. Breathing in, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale. This time we step through. Make sure that right leg is a strong, long leg as you sweep your arms up to a high lunge and grow so tall into your fingers. Exhale, pull the tummy in, fingers come back, torso forward. Inhale, lengthen, extend. Exhale, torso comes forward. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Final time, exhale, torso comes forward. Inhale, we rise up. Interlace the back of the head, and I should have offered this earlier, so apologies. As you exhale, pull your tummy in and turn upright to the left. That might be enough for you. Or you lean forward and take the right elbow towards the left knee. And this will make you wobble, so you really have to pull your tummy in. Do that 2 or 3 times. So the power to choose something less is really powerful. We're not very good at doing less. And now we stay in the twist. So again, we're either upright or the right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee and the right hand presses into the left hand. So it's as if you're making the prayer. And then you look over your left shoulder, 3 breaths. Notice the quality of breath. And we come back up. This time we come into warrior 2. And I certainly don't enjoy this breath. I'm not trying to sell it, but it is very good for a sluggish digestion. So we're going to come into Kapalabhati breath for the final time today. Breathing in through the nose. And just feel the tingles, the prana, the chi moving through you now. Take a breath. Stand in your warrior power now. One more deep breath. And let's reverse the warrior. The right hand comes down, the left arm lifts. Take a huge breath in. Keep bending into the left knee. One more breath. And let's rise up. Hands to hips, slightly hop your back foot in. Arms out wide. We're coming into triangle and reverse triangle again. In. Exhale, tummy pulls in and we come to reverse. 3 more times, moving really slowly, maybe focusing on fingertips if you're not feeling ever so centered. And then we settle in. As the left fingers come down, we extend the right arm, pull your belly in because that's where we're rotating from. Firm up the legs, the roots, and draw your energy into your center. Inhale, expand the energy. Exhale, belly button comes in. 2 more breaths. And again, we rise. We take the hands to the hips. The feet are parallel now, so we are going to add a little bit of core work, only if your back is capable of this. So do be gentle. Breathing grids fall. As you exhale, stop halfway. As you pull the belly in now, you might take the arms in front of you if this doesn't disturb the breath. So find that power and strength if this is comfortable for you. 2 more breaths. And extend the fingers down to the earth. And once again, we decide you have the power to choose. Is it stillness? Is it movement? Really listen to the gut. The brain nearly always tells you to work harder, but that isn't always what our intuitive awareness wants, the gut response. And we can always trust our body. We can't usually always trust our mind in terms of thoughts, but the body knows. And now come out to center. We're going to be lifting up our right hand this time. So left fingertips down. Inhale, right arm rises. Exhale, right wrist behind left. Inhale, right arm rises. Exhale, wrist behind wrist. 2 more. And this time that right arm feeds underneath to the outside edge of the left thigh. Shin, and then left arm lifts. Breathing in. And the left hand comes down. Shake out the head. Soft bend in the knees. Hands to hips. Slowly we rise. Pause at the top. Take a deep breath in. Turn the left foot forward. Inhale, arms lift. And this will be our final vinyasa. Hands come down. Maybe, of course, your vinyasa might be being still, or you flow. Now, as you come back in downward facing dog, drop all awareness back into your center, your tummy. Breathe it in and breathe it out. Lift up the heels, look forward, step or hop towards the front of the mat. Breathe into a flat back. Exhale to fold. Slowly, slowly, let's roll up. Both hands to tummy. Breathe into the whole body. As you breathe out, repeat, I can. So we are going to come into some balances now. Often the very disempowering voices, I like to call our inner shitty committee, get really loud. And that's what takes our power away. So let yourself wobble. Quite honestly, it's way more fun. Let's lift up the left knee. Find your center. This is maybe where you have a brick. Pause here, holding onto your hips. And now we extend into whatever version of Warrior 3 serves us. So it might be hands on hips. It might be fingers to floor. Might be fingers behind you. Just find your breath. And then again, let's land in Warrior 2. So we're not going to do this for long. We're just going to play with Reverse Warrior and Half Moon, and then back to Reverse Warrior. So same pattern, that little pendulum. Now, if you're really not into that today, you can come into side angle pose and then lift up and come into Reverse Warrior. So just choose what's best for you. So that's just kind of what I'm doing now. But if you're really happy to fall over and make mistakes and not be perfect, that's much more fun. So inhale, coming into Reverse Warrior. As we exhale, we pull the tummy in and take right fingers to the brick. Left leg lifts, left arm lifts. Inhale, we come back to Reverse Warrior. So the pattern that we've been doing throughout the practice, let's do that in and out about 3 times. Again, let the momentum come, let the tummy be doing the work, not the momentum of the swing and the lifting up the limbs. Sorry, I've got even more verbal diarrhea than normal today. And then maybe we linger in the half moon balance. So from your center, we take the floor to the brick, we turn our belly, and we might, if we're feeling steady today, look up at our top hand. Take 3 deep breaths. Turn into chair pose. So bend that left knee, take the left foot by the right foot and sit down into chair. And sink as deeply as you can as you find that breath. All the big guns are coming out today for power. Let's come all the way up to stand. So that is the other side. And then we are much, much softer poses. So find your center again. Close your eyes. Let all awareness drop into the belly. And we lift up the right knee. Hands to prayer can help with your balance. It fires up the abdominals, so let your fingertips touch. Then we extend back. Again, your fingers might be on the ground. Doesn't have to be anything too difficult. Just find your center. Then we drop back into Warrior 2, opening up the arms. One more deep breath into Warrior. Inhale, we come into reverse. Exhale, pull the tummy in. We explore, play, whatever the word is, never perfect. Half moon balance. Inhale, we rise, we come back. Exhale, we come forward, nice and steady and slowly. And just notice how we're talking to ourselves. Just notice. Really kind. And now we linger in the half moon balance. We take our fingers down. We might lift the right arm we turn from the tummy and we breathe into this really expansive, open shape. 3 more deep breaths. We've really worked hard today, so congratulate yourself. We certainly can. And then look down, let's bend the knee, come all the way back to chair, but only for a tiny moment, I promise. Breathe in and arms lift up. And from there, we slowly come to a seat. So all the hard stuff is done. So let's come down to lie on the earth, bring those knees in towards the chest and ever so slightly rock from side to side. So we cannot have a strong core without a strong back, or a strong back without a strong core. So important to do both. Interlace the palms behind your head and breathe in now to really fill the belly with breath. As you exhale, pull the tummy in, press your lower back into the ground and bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale back. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. Inhale, come back. You can stick with this pattern, or this time right elbow to left knee, right leg extends. Inhale, come back. Left elbow to right knee, left leg extends. So 2 more, whichever ones you choose, 2 more on each side. And we come back and rest the feet on the earth. Once again, rest your hands onto your stomach area and breathe into your hands. So much of our disempowering thoughts gets tangled up here. Anxiety in the gut. That's where we hold our anxiety. You really soften the belly upon that breath in. So we're going to do back bends now. And again, you have the power to choose. You either take a brick or a book or whatever you have at home and place it underneath the lower back. So this is a nice stretch for and you wish to do a stronger back bend, press down into the feet and ever so slowly lift yourself up. And as you come up, you might interlace the palms beneath you, snuggle the shoulders underneath, and lightly tuck the chin. And stay here for 5 deep breaths. I'm going to go back to a supported bridge today. And the colour of manipura chakra is yellow, bright yellow, like the colour of the sun. You might just visualise your breath in this area as that colour. The element, of course, is fire, which I think we've established today. So just 2 or 3 more breaths into this power centre. And if you're in not in a supported bridge, you might lift your hips and lower them. Come back in, come back out. And slowly, slowly, let's unravel the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. We come down to the earth. And take your knees to center now as your feet come wide. So another way we activate this area is through twists. Just rub the outside edges of the hips. Bring your awareness to your feet to anchor you and take the arms out to the side. And as you exhale, knees drop to the right. The knees won't be anywhere near each other. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, knees to left. So just like little windscreen wipers. Just move your knees side to side like that. And if you're got it connected, you might move your head away from the knees. Bring in a little twist to the upper spine now as well. Next time your knees come to the left, keep them there. And you can either stay here, press that right knee towards the earth. Maybe your left foot comes onto the right thigh. So your left foot is like a little anchor. Lift your arms up. So we're making lots of space down the right side of the body, and that's where we're breathing. Just make sure this is a kind option to the back. Sometimes it can be too strong. One more breath. And then undo that left foot, place the foot down and come back to center. Let's go wide again with the feet, knees knocked together. Arms out to the side, slow windscreen wiper motions. First to the right, then to the left. Again, you might just take your head in the opposite direction. We're just trying to soothe the nervous system now as we start to wind down. So sometimes the faster practices, the core practices, can feel more like an exercise class than yoga. So it's always about what attitude are you bringing with you. Next time the knees come to the right, we keep them there. We might pick up that right foot and take it to the left thigh. We might look over the left shoulder and breathe. And when we stay with the pacey movements, even the abdominal crunches, we can still be yogic in our approach, present, mindful, not striving for any illusion of perfection. Staying centered. Take 2 more breaths. Undo the legs, and now do give yourself a little hug. Ease out the lower back as you rock from side to side. Extend the left leg away from you now. And just hold behind the back of the thigh. So, of course, our abdominal is our colon, all our digestive organs. So as you bring that right thigh as close to you as you can, pull your tummy in and move that right thigh side to side. So we're massaging our ascending colon here, using the body as a massage tool. And this pose is called Apanasana, which means wind relieving pose. So I'll leave you to decide why that might be the case. And remember, no one can hear you at home. So bring that right knee across the body. Use your left hand just to gently guide the knee across. So we're twisting again, but really important, the right shoulder blade is on the floor. So if it's not, maybe you need to wiggle, put a cushion there. Go over to your right thumb and breathe. And take 3 more deep breaths. The mind is drifting again. Maybe you repeat, I can, or I'm here. And come back to center. And just lift up your right leg now and just slowly circle the right ankle, the ankle. Take a few one direction and then a few the other. And while we've focused on our core today, of course, we can't find our power if we're not rooted. So all these chakras do interrelate. And slowly, slowly now, let's let that right leg land. And just take a moment with both legs long, breathing in. And then sigh it all out. Now bring the left knee in towards you. Hold on to the thigh. So this is massaging the descending colon now. We're working with the way that the gut churns the food. Just move the thigh side to side. Always make sure your chin is lightly tucked. Try not to shorten the neck, because that's what the body does when it's stressed or anxious. We shorten the neck. And now the left hand guides that knee across you. But check in with the left shoulder blade. Is it rested? And breathe. Three more deep breaths. And come onto the back. Extend the left leg up now, slowly circle. We've worked really hard. Just give those feet, our roots, a little bit of attention. Change the direction. Slowly, slowly come down. I'm going to finish with our feet together and knees wide, if that's comfortable for you. So I'm quite stretchy and can overstretch here. So sometimes it's good to put a brick or book underneath the thighs. And if you haven't got anything and it doesn't feel good for your back, then don't worry, just let your legs be long. So this is a good pose for abdominal cramps, stomach cramps, especially around menstruation. It's really opening up your tummy. Once again, take your hands to your tummy. Don't let the fingers touch. So when we're anxious, breathing is a really good practice. So when we're feeling disempowered, coming back to the breath can help. We're going to do a breath called box breath. Breathing for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Like a box, 4, 4, 4, 4. So you do that in your own breath count so that you have the power. It can feel sometimes make you anxious if someone else counts for you. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold. And you might stay here if this is comfortable, or you might now extend your legs. Do put extra layers on if need be. We're coming to settle now into our final shape. And let the earth receive you as you give your body to it. And we don't need to breathe in any specific way now. We're allowing the breath to breathe in its own sweet rhythm. And it is impossible to breathe deeply and be anxious at the same time. But sometimes that's quite hard for us to remember. So as we conclude this practice of manipura, just allow the whole body now to rest. Feel a breath coming in through your nostrils. And soften all the features of your face. Feel the breath again, direct it to the center of you, the belly. And feel that belly rise and expand and open. As you exhale, soften. Let the shoulders be relaxed, the arms, the fingers. Feel the weightiness of your legs, calves and feet. Once again, drop your awareness into your tummy, this center of power. And a quote as we finish from Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. And start to make your breathing slightly deeper. Your awareness back to the present moment. What are the sounds that you can hear? What smells? What sensations are in your body? And as you always have the power to choose, you might choose to stay here longer. If you only, maybe you get up to close the practice. So you do what's best for you. As we sit up tall, we inhale, we sweep the arms up towards the sky. And we exhale, we bring the hands back down again. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.